Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn about a major body organ which is known as heart. Heart is a muscular pumping organ. What is the meaning of muscular pumping organ? Muscular means heart is made up of muscle. That means heart is not made up of something like bone. So heart is made up of muscle. It is muscular organ. And pumping organ. Pumping organ means heart pumps something which is known as blood. So it is made up of muscles, that means it is not made up of bones, and it is pumping organ which pumps blood all over the body. So it pumps out blood into blood vessels. Okay, so there are so many types of blood vessels. Some are large and some are small. The size of blood vessel determined by its diameter. Size of blood vessel is determined by its diameter. Okay, so this is a large blood vessel because it has larger diameter, and there is a small blood vessel because their diameter is small. The size of heart is similar to our fist. What is the meaning of this sentence? The size of our heart is similar to our fist. It means that when we were kids, okay, so our fist was small, so the size of our heart was approximately same to our fist. And as we grew, the size of our fist also grew. So the size of our fist and size of our heart was approximately same according to the size. As the size of our fist grew, the size of our heart also grew, and the size of both our fist and heart were approximately same. And right now the size of our fist is approximately same as the size of our heart. Okay, the heart is situated between lung. So you can see this is our lung and this is our heart. This is our heart. So the location of heart is between two lungs, and heart is tilted a bit towards left side. You can see here the heart is tilted a bit towards left side. So the boundaries of two organs can contact with each other. Okay, so the boundary of heart is in contact with lungs, but it doesn't mean that heart is going into lung or it is merging into lung. No, two organs are always separate. Functionally and structurally they are separate. So there are so many other organs. You can see liver, stomach, small intestine, and all organs are separate with each other, but it is possible that their boundaries can contact with each other. So heart is present between lungs, tilted towards left side a bit. Its size grew as a human being grew, and there are ribs over the lungs, we can see. Next point, as we know that heart pumps blood, but now we have to study that how heart pumps blood. So there are so many sub organs of heart which are known as its chambers, and there are major blood vessels. There are so many other small tissues present in heart, and the arrangement of all these sub organs and chambers and blood vessels, large blood vessels and other tissues, are the specific arrangement of all these organs are to manage or to maintain a condition that the blood, deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood, could not merge with each other. What does it mean? We have two forms of blood in our body. We have two forms of blood in our body. First is the blood which is oxygen rich. That means more oxygen and very less carbon dioxide. Okay, oxygen rich blood doesn't mean that it have only oxygen and it does not have carbon dioxide. Second is carbon dioxide rich blood. So it has less oxygen and very high amount of carbon dioxide. Okay, this is a clear concept. If we say that oxygen rich blood, it doesn't mean that it has only oxygen and it doesn't have any amount of carbon dioxide. And if we say that it is carbon dioxide rich blood, it means deoxygenated, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have a single molecule of oxygen and everything is about carbon dioxide. So you have to clear out this point. Now we can indicate these bloods by two types of bloods by color. For oxygen rich blood we can use red color, and for carbon dioxide rich blood we can use this color. Actually it is violet in actual sense, reddish violet. Okay, so uh, the all over arrangement of human heart, the arrangement, that means its organs and sub organs and everything is arranged just to nullify the effect or to prevent the mixing of oxygenated blood with deoxygenated blood. And we will learn the consequences of mixing both these blood type of blood and what would have happened if blood get mixed with each other. So uh, first let's see the real structure of human heart. This is the real structure of human heart, real structure, real pic of human heart. So there are four chambers and these are some major blood vessels. You can see. Okay, so let's study about the structure and function of heart. What is the major function of heart? To pump blood into the body and to prevent the mixing of blood. Okay, so there are two major functions of heart. Human heart, first to pump blood all over the body, and second to prevent mixing of two types of blood. We know oxygenated and deoxygenated. So let's study about the structure of human heart and function also. So this is the outer covering of human heart, outer covering, because each and every organ has an outer covering which helps to separate its boundaries. We studied this thing that each and every organ has outer covering which separate it from another organ, so that two organ cannot mix with each other. So this is outer covering and there are four chambers. Upper two chambers, these are upper two chambers. These are upper two chambers. These are upper two chambers. And these two chambers are, upper two chambers are known as atrium. These upper two chambers are known as atrium. This is right atrium and this is left atrium. These upper two chambers are made up of very thin walled muscles. As we know that heart is a muscular organ, and these upper two chambers of heart are made up of very thin muscles because they just receive blood and they are very thin membranous. There is a septum or septa which is made up of tissues. So this septa separates these two atrium. It separates this septa. The name of this septa or this barrier is known as intra-auricular septum. Inter-auricular septum. So because it is separating two atrium, so it is known as inter-auricular septum. This is made up of tissue. Tissue is present in between, and the atriums are thin, made up of thin muscles. Another sub-organ or major part is ventricle. So this is known as right ventricle, and this is known as left ventricle. These two ventricles are lower part from heart, and these ventricles are made up of thick muscles, as the atriums are made up of thin muscles, because each and every left atrium, generally we are having two, and all of the humans are having two, and atriums are receiving chambers of heart. You have to learn this, that atriums are receiving chambers. Atrium, human heart is having two atrium, and they are receiving chamber. Receiving chambers. They receive blood, either oxygenated or deoxygenated, but their basic function is receiving. So as they receive blood, their walls are thin, and the ventricles are pumping blood. Ventricles are always pumping blood. That means that blood is going outside from ventricle. So human heart is having two ventricle and they pump blood. So they are pumping chambers. That's why they have thick wall, or we can say muscles. Got it? Now the two ventricles are also separated by a septa or separation, and the separation is dividing wall, and it is known as interventricular septum. So there are septa, separations, a separation between two atrium known as interauricular septum, and second is between two ventricles and known as interventricular septum. There are many other types of separations present which separates atrium and ventricles, and there are some walls are also present here. So these are some walls. First of all, valve is like a door. You can open it and you can close it. Okay, and septa is something like you cannot. Septa is like wall. Septa is like wall. So septa is like wall. You cannot go to the wall from one side to another. If you want to go from one side to another side, you need to use a door. So septa is like there is a septa. This is a septa. This is a septa between two atrium and two ventricles. But there are so many valves are present. Valve is like a door. So this is a valve. This is a valve which can open and close. So here is complete cementing of tissue, and two ventricle are not in contact with each other, but ventrium has each and both of the ventricle are having valve. This valve and here this valve. So valve is like a flip. So you can consider septa as door and valve. Sorry, you can consider septa as valve and valve are like doors. So valve cannot open or close. We know that cannot open and close. They are permanently closed or choked. But valves are like doors, and they can open and they can close. So there is zero contact between right atrium and left atrium, and right ventricle and left ventricle, but there are the presence of these septa, sorry, valve. There is present of these valve. This is valve, this is valve, this is valve, and this is valve. So we can see or we can imagine that these valves can help to pump something and to stop pumping something. When these valves are open, there will be flow of something, and when they can be closed, or they are just like something flip. Okay, they are like flip. They can open and they can close. They are just like doors. They can open and they can close. If they want to open, they are like this, and if they want to close, they move about. And same thing here, if they want to move or if they want to make entry of something, they will shift like this, and if they want to stop something moving into ventricles, they will shift like this. Okay, now you can estimate or you can imagine that uh, what fluid will enter, so that the valve will change their position for entry, for allowing the entry, or for the stopping the entry of that fluid. Obviously that is blood. So when heart wants to flow the blood from one chamber to another chamber, it opens its valve so that blood can move from one chamber to another chamber. And when heart doesn't want to move blood from one chamber to another chamber or from one part to another part, the septa will close, so the blood cannot flow from one chamber to another chamber. Or there are so many large blood vessels, there are larger blood vessels, and all of the parts like these chambers and blood vessels helps to move and helps to purify the unpurified or deoxygenated blood. So let's study about the flow of blood and how blood comes into heart and how it exits. Okay, so let's see. There are two types of pipes. There are two types of pipes which are connected with heart. This is a pipe, major blood vessel. Okay, so two major blood vessel. This upper blood vessel is known as upper vena cava. It is known as upper vena cava. And this lower part or lower blood vessel, okay, we can see that this is blood vessel. These are blood vessels. These two are blood vessels. And the lower one is known as lower vena cava. The upper blood vessel, which is upper vena cava, this is a major blood vessel. It brings impure blood to the right atrium. Impure blood, it brings impure blood, and we can sign impure blood as this color. We mentioned before that we are going to use two colors. This is for this actually it is a reddish violet color in real, but now we can use this color. This is purple color. So impure blood is coming into heart from a pipe which is known as upper vena cava. What is the meaning of upper vena cava? The meaning of upper vena cava that upper vena cava brings impure blood only from upper regions of body. What are the upper regions of body? The upper regions of body are head, neck, and arms. Head, neck, and arms. Okay, so upper vena cava brings the impure blood towards heart only from the upper body part, head, neck, and arms, and upper and chest region, of course chest region. And the lower vena cava brings impure blood towards heart or into right atrium from the lower body part. Lower body part means abdomen and liver and stomach and hind limbs, which are legs. So two vena cava are present, upper and lower, and both of the vena cava brings impure blood. You have to know that impure blood is taken by vena cava. Upper vena cava brings impure blood from upper body part, and lower vena cava brings impure blood from lower body part.